This is the Sports Guys Podcast. I'm Trevor, and this is Juan. And before we get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We're on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play Radio, Stitcher Play Radio, at Podcast Dynasty on Twitter. We're on Facebook and Instagram. Join the Facebook group. We have surpassed 500 members. Yeah, boy. We did it. We're growing. And we can't thank you guys much more than enough.
There's going to be a small surprise sometime today in there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see that surprise and you want to be part of that surprise in the future, this is why we keep bugging you to share it with everybody that you know.
Oh, yeah.
You share it, we can do that surprise more often. You'll see.
You will see. Oh, man, it was fun. That's all I got to say about that. It was fun. Anyway, we're going to have our continuing coverage of the guide for 2021. Today, we're going to discuss the NFC West.
Yup, the
best division,
quote-unquote best division
in football. So we're going to get started with the San Francisco 49ers. They finished the season 6-10, 2 seasons removed from a Super Bowl berth. If only they did not blow a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, they would be Super Bowl champions. They'll be up there with New England and Pittsburgh for 6-time Super Bowl champs. But guess what? They're not.
Okay.
Sorry, Jimmy G.
They were 21st overall on offense, 12th in passing, and 15th in rushing. That's actually very surprising. Defensively, they were 17th overall, 4th in passing, and 7th in rushing. You have to look at more stats to know why they're 17th, even though they were top 10 in both overall ranks. That's also surprising, but shows how powerful the culture is. The fact that they can still stay up there in those defensive ranks.
Okay. So there are key additions. There's a lot of turnover in the team. Start with the key additions. Nate Sudfeld, QB say Nate Sudfeld, Wayne Gallman, Mohamed Sanu, Alex Mack, Arden Key, Maurice Hurst, Samson Ebukam.
Samson Ebukam.
Yeah, whatever. Nate Gary.
He said whatever, then he gets upset when he gets the name wrong.
I'm sorry. I just got... Listen, I be trying. Listen, I'm sorry if I get the name wrong. Please don't sue me. Nate Gary, Tony Jefferson, and Tavon Wilson. Key departures were running back Jerick McKinnon.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick Bourne went to the New England Patriots. Jordan Reed retired. Ben Garland, Kerry Hyder, Solomon Thomas, Richard Sherman, who's in jail, and Ikelu Witherspoon.
And of course, the only person that he mentions went to a new team is a guy that went to the Patriots. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, like, that just came off the top of my head, and I know that Richard Sherman is in jail. Well,
that's just for comedic purposes. I know.
Yeah.
I gave their offseason a C, by the way.
Okay.
So before I forget it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I'm famous for that. So
now this team is definitely coming back from all the injuries. And they were decimated last season with injuries, and surprisingly they won 6 games, including beating the hell out of our New England Patriots. Well, our New England Patriots, not you guys, but you know what I mean. I just that
was not a good day.
It's not a good day. They managed to win 6 games, so that's crazy. The draft, they traded up in this draft to land Trey Lance, number 3 overall. Quarterback from North Dakota State, Aaron Banks, the guard from Notre Dame, Trey Sermon, the running back from Ohio State, Ambry Thomas, the cornerback from Michigan, Jalen Moore, the offensive tackle from Western Michigan, Diamador Lenore, I think I got it right, Diamador Lenore, the cornerback from Oregon. Say that 10 times fast. Talona Hufanga, the safety from USC, and Elijah Mitchell, the kick returner from Louisiana. I give this draft a B. Obviously, they have the quarterback for the future. They are pretty much on their way to moving on from Jimmy G. Maybe not now, maybe not this year, but very soon, very very soon. If they're able to get something for him, which we thought would happen in the off season, but turns out he's gonna be there, and he's gonna be might likely be the starter for week one. We'll see. Yeah, so that's very interesting. So they got their quarterback for the future. That's if. I mean, kind of iffy because he did go to North Dakota State. Not really real talent they're playing against, and also didn't play last year because of COVID. So, he hasn't played in like 2 years. So, very interesting how he's able to, with that technically one big off season, whole year and a half off season, he's able to get into the field of the NFL. It's really very interesting, and especially we see him playing in preseason. So I'm very interested in that.
That was the most in-depth draft coverage he's done yet.
Yeah, it was.
I'm just like, learning.
Yes, I am learning, yes.
All right, so, as you know, this team was injured to hell. More than half the team was literally in the hospital, including their stadium. They had to leave San Francisco and play the rest of their season in Arizona. That's how ridiculous it was for that team. I've never seen a season like that in my 14 plus years of watching football. Never seen something like that ever. Absolutely ridiculous. So the good thing, if you could see as a positive, but you should, is that they were able to get that one bad season to get that good enough draft haul to go get a future quarterback, because everybody knows how hard that is to achieve. Whether he's good or not, that has nothing to do with the situation. The fact that they're able to go and get someone, that's what matters. So, besides that, their biggest two worries and their biggest two holes was offensive line and secondary. And they got one out of the two fixed. Their offensive line, they re-signed Trent Williams. They got Alex Mack, even though he's ancient. But the last time he was good, he was with Kyle Shanahan in 2016. So, maybe he can get a little bit of magic left. And they drafted some linemen. So they're trying to fix that, because you know how the zone run works in that San Francisco. You need some at least halfway decent linemen for that to work. So they got that. Their offense should be A-okay. With Jimmy G healthy, they should be fine. Now, the other side of the ball, their front seven is going to be, like always, now, the backfield. Yeah, they didn't really do anything there. And that might bite them in the butt. That's going to be a massive issue. Their best corner as of right now is Jason Verrett. I don't know if you guys remember who that is. He was supposed to be this all-star cornerback back when the Chargers were in San Diego. And he basically rented a hospital room for like the first, 90% of his career? Something like that. Last year, from my recollection, is the first season he actually played all or most of the games. He actually stood healthy last year, and he was good. Is that going to happen twice? I don't know. So, that's their best corner. Talented still, but unreliable. So, I don't know. After that, I don't know. So that's their Achilles heel. If that front seven can't get there in time to protect that secondary, they're going to have issues. And now they lost Robert Saleh. So I don't know what's going to happen with this defense. I'm going to guess they're still going to be top 10 no matter what. But against good teams, especially a certain team or two teams in your division that has good to elite quarterback play, that might be an issue. So basically, what they have to do for the track to success is run that football. That's the best way to protect your defense. You run the football well, kill the clock, the defense doesn't have to be out as long. The pass rush stays fresh, the pass rush runs home, you guys will be winning games. It's not much harder than that. The season is not only about that, it's also to time the progression of Trey Lance, who will eventually take over as a starter, whether it's the end of this season, middle of the season, or the following season, whatever long it takes. That's also going to be something to keep in mind. There's also a chance that they may even use both. There's a possibility. They might run an old Bill Walsh thing and just use Lance and Garoppolo, one prototypical quarterback and one running one, just like it did it with Montana and Steve Young. So they might do that too. I don't know what's up Kyle Shanahan's sleeve. I don't know if he's going to go that route, but that's a possibility. Especially if his progression is getting better and better and better. That might actually happen. They might run some packages for him so he can get some NFL experience in action. But just run that ball. So, in other words, do what you do. Just do it to the point where your weaknesses are covered. I don't know how that's going to work in the playoffs. But in the regular season, just do that and they're going to win 12, 13 games. They ain't going to worry about nothing. Speaking of 12, 13 games, that's basically what their ceiling is to me. Their ceiling to me, I put 12 and 5. I might go up and put 13 and 4. That's their ceiling to me.
I'm going to say 11 and 6 the least.
Yeah.
12 and 5 the most. Yeah, definitely have an upside. And since their schedule is pretty lax this season, I think they could do a lot of big things in this one. That NFC West is going to be very, very competitive. Very competitive. So we'll see.
And hopefully give us some great games to watch over the course of the season.
This is the Sports Dynasty Podcast. I am Trevor, and this is Juan. And we are continuing our Fan Invitational for our guide for 2021.
As I fix our
And today,
picture.
we have a special guest today. And this is one of the biggest 49er fans I've seen on Facebook. This is Nicole. How you feeling, Nicole?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. So basically, we're gonna talk about your point of view of your off season, your draft, and your expectations for the upcoming 2021 season. Are you ready to do this?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Give away one.
I got you. So, your previous year in 2020 was, I'm guessing, a want to forget about it type of season. Yeah.
6-10 as a record. Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
the fact that half your team was visiting the hospital, I'm sure you like to forget that too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
so
Defense.
now with everybody coming back, you have Nick Bosa back, you have a lot of different players back. It's too many to name. What are your expectations this time with a healthy roster?
I believe we're gonna have a pretty decent year. I have a question mark on a few teams that we're facing.
Okay.
Because, there is a couple that I feel it's like a 50% chance, but then knowing Seattle, it'd be like a 20 out of 80% chance.
All right, no problem. All right. So there's a little bit of question marks on the defense itself. So you're losing Richard Sherman. The cornerback crew is kind of looking iffy. What are your concerns there, if you have any?
Well, we just got some rookies. And I just don't think they have the experience yet.
Okay.
But then,
Okay.
That says it all.
injuries.
Yeah.
That says it all.
Emmanuel Mosley, he took over for Richard Sherman when Richard Sherman was in and out with injuries last year.
Yeah. What's
So
crazy, though, is that despite all that, their defense was still ranked. I don't know if it was top 10, but it was pretty close to it, regardless. So that's good. But a big reason may be because of the expertise of Robert Saleh, your old defensive coordinator. Are there any concerns there?
DeMarco Ryans is the new defensive coordinator.
And what does that mean in your eyes? You knowing your team?
Hey, if you can get the job done right,
Okay.
then, I'll give them a chance at it.
Okay.
I'm glad they gave him a shot at it, but it depends. Because, Robert Saleh, he was a good defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I felt our defense was actually our strength.
Definitely
But then,
was.
Mike McDaniels as the offensive coordinator, I really don't think he does his job right.
Okay. So let's segue.
Because of the Super Bowl 54, the way it was displayed.
Oh, that fourth quarter?
How the performance was, blowing a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. That really... Yeah,
I'm sure that taste in your mouth is not something you want to feel again. I'm sure.
I know. It's crazy.
And then after that, in the off season, there were so many injuries.
Yeah, it was season from hell, no question. But I will say this: it allowed you to be able to get to the top of the draft and draft Trey Lance. So, any questions about your quarterback controversy battle you guys are having? What do you think?
I have no questions because actually I heard some really good things about Trey Lance from training camp.
Okay.
He's able to move. He's able to throw. And Jimmy G, he's starting.
Okay.
He is starting. But, my expectations on Trey Lance, I think that he's going to be doing a good job in his career.
All right. I like that. I like the optimism. It's really good. Let's go with the rest of the offense. So you re-signed Trent Williams to a massive, ridiculous deal. Just be your left tackle again. There have been some question marks offensive line-wise to your for the last, maybe 2 or 3 seasons. You guys signed, I believe you signed Alex Mack as your starting center now.
Yes.
What do you think about your offensive line now?
I heard some good things about Alex Mack. He's our center. He came from Atlanta.
Yep, with Kyle Shanahan. That's when he came. That's when he started there. So maybe there's some continuity there. Because he was part of that 2016 Atlanta Falcons team that broke records offensively. So maybe there's something there.
Yeah.
You guys have George Kittle back healthy, hopefully. And your receiving corps, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. You lost Kendrick Bourne. So, besides those 2 receivers, do you have any questions of your receiving corps? Since you only have 2 really young receivers.
No questions on that.
Oh, confidence. I like it.
Just hope they can stay healthy.
All right.
That's all I could say.
It's basically mostly.
But, Brandon Ayuk, I heard some things about him. That he was on the list of COVID.
Oh, yeah? Oh, man.
I see posts all the time. I hear about it. So, yeah.
That's a little concerning. But from what I hear,
concerning.
He might be better off than Deebo Samuel out here. I hear a lot of people talking about him down the line.
Yeah.
Very good.
We'll see about that.
He should be better than Deebo.
All right.
Okay. That's what's up.
The starting wide receiver is Deebo, but Brandon Ayuk, I heard that he's better. Yeah,
I heard that too not so long ago.
Okay.
So your team has a history of playing with the quarterback position, as the legendary R.I.P. Bill Walsh loved to do with Montana and Steve
Bill
Young.
Walsh.
Yeah, Bill Walsh likes to mess with stuff like that. So, do you think that might happen nowadays, or are you more in the camp of it should be only one starter and that should never be changed?
Fine by me, because two quarterbacks at once. He could gain more experience.
Okay.
In that way.
All right, not bad. That's very unorthodox, but doesn't mean it won't work. Again, it worked before.
It could work. If it worked with Joe Montana and Steve Young, it could work with Jimmy G, and it could work with Trey Lance.
Why not?
I don't see the problem with that. Okay, my question for you is this. With all the changes going on in the NFC West, Matthew Stafford is now a Ram, which they have more of an experience, and he's an experienced quarterback to say the least. You have Seattle still going through their things, but they're still top up there. What is your point of view of the state of the NFC West?
I would say that the Rams would probably be our biggest threat this year, but we do have a chance we could beat them, like we did last year. But Jared Goff's not the quarterback, but they actually have a new elite quarterback. Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
And, he is elite.
Ooh.
Okay.
I said the E word there.
Okay.
All right.
He is great. He's a good quarterback.
No, he's definitely good. Yes. No question. Wow.
No question mark on that. But, facing their team is a question mark, though, to me.
Okay, and with Seattle, anything there?
That depends on their defense, but I mean, it'd be like a 20 out of 80% chance in my eyes.
Okay.
I don't know about other Niner fans, but in my eyes, my honest opinion, by the way I've seen them perform against Seattle throughout time, yeah, I mean, Russell Wilson is a good quarterback.
Of course,
Russell Wilson,
one of the best in the league, yeah.
And I give them that. And then they got DK Metcalf, which is actually a pretty decent wide receiver.
I wish we would have drafted him.
But looking at their defense, if their defense can stop our offense, then they're going to win. But then, you know, they have their good days, then they have their off days.
Do you think they're going to stop your offense?
Nah.
Not always.
Yeah, there it is. There we go.
Not always. But then, you know, it could happen.
Okay.
There's one thing that I've noticed, because we're about to switch, but
you
didn't mention Arizona at all. I'm just saying.
I don't. Arizona. I just mentioned Arizona. Their quarterback, I don't think he's that great.
Ooh, no
That's
Kyler
my
Murray love
honest
here.
opinion.
Ooh.
No.
I have to ask. Their coach, you know, Cliff Kingsbury. I personally don't think he's a good coach at all. And I wanted to know.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, I wanted to know from a Niners fan's perspective, his style of coaching. Like, do you think do you like it? Do you think it's something that should be in the league? Like, how do you feel about him per se?
My face is already saying it all.
I think they need a new coach because they're not getting anywhere. Because they were in last place in 2019, 2020. And then last year they were in third place, and believe it or not, the 49ers had to be in last because of
injuries, though. That's a
situation.
No question.
This is pretty bad, though.
Because you wound up beating their ass last year anyway. So, like, it's true. So.
Oh, it was 1-1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys were injured to hell, and y'all still beat them. So who cares? Like, they're not better. But
they're still able to win some games in the division as well. So that's really good, though. Is there besides out of your division, is there a game on your schedule that you're looking forward to the most? I know your schedule's pretty easy this coming up. It's pretty easy schedule coming up.
It is easy.
What is there a game on your schedule that you look forward to watching or saying, hey, that game I want to see personally?
The first game of the season against Detroit.
She just want to see her team kick ass. Yeah, that's what she cares about. She's like, I want to see us running for 300. I want to see us putting up 55.
You know, there's going to be a good... And then also, I think the game against Atlanta should be a good game.
Oh, okay.
Well, the last time that I remember them playing in 2019, they actually beat them somehow.
Yeah.
I still don't know how they beat y'all. I don't get how that happened. But yeah, that did happen. That's an interesting choice. Yeah, but their schedule is really easy though.
It should be a good game.
Yeah. They have Aaron Rodgers is back in Green Bay now. With everything going on, you know, you guys beat them in the conference championship game 2 years ago, and now they're looking for blood, probably looking for revenge. You're fine. You're both healthy now at full strength now. What's your thoughts going into that Green Bay game coming up soon?
I'd have to say it's 50-50% chance.
Okay, that's nice.
Because I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback. I'll give them that. And then,
I mean,
I guarantee you it's going to be like a 50% chance in that category. I'm going to put a question mark on that one.
Okay,
no problem. What's up? Any question over that?
I'm just they always beat him up. So I'm not sure. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers doesn't like the NFC West. He usually gets his ass by all those teams.
I don't know, but I don't know. No, I'm not appreciating with Nicole. Nicole has been very honest. No,
I love it.
I love how honest she's been. Honest, because there's some Niner fans. Some Niner fans, I think she could attest to it too. Some of them was like, they're very they're confident, but a little too cocky. It's like, okay, so settle down now. But Nicole's been very great. She's very, very, very honest with her takes and everything. So our question for you, and the question is, what is the ceiling for your 49er team this year? Like, what's the highest available ceiling that you can get? Like, as far as wins, what do you think?
12.
12. That's the highest you can go.
12. Yes.
That's very diplomatic.
That's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Very diplomatic.
I mean, I see other 49er fans saying that they're going 17-0, but to me, I want to be honest and say that I see like 12 wins.
Okay.
If we stay healthy.
Okay.
But if we don't, if we got injuries indicated, I see a little bit less.
Okay.
All right. That's really diplomatic, and I respect it a lot.
I do. Absolutely.
Because you kind of lowered to your team than we are. We kind of think they're going to be better than that.
Yeah.
But so
You think they're gonna be really, really good. But like I said, we'll see. We actually can't wait for the football to start. It's around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But Nicole, we thank you so much for being with us. You were awesome. Your insight was
Maybe
great.
for the second time today.
Yeah, but now we got this done right now. But we hope to talk to you soon about other things going on, and yeah, man, I enjoyed this. Today was great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Well, thank you for having me.
no problem, Nicole. You have a wonderful
you.
night, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye-bye. Arizona. All right, let's see if I can
Arizona.
fuck it up this time.
Oh, I mixed it up a little bit.
It's fine. Who cares? See, I was just about to make a joke about them, talking about how irrelevant they are. You even forgot to put them in the right order. You see that?
Sorry about that. Yeah. So Arizona finished 8-8 last season and missed the playoffs because,
mind you, they started 6-2. Continue.
Yeah, thank you. They started 6-2.
Just wanted to put that out there so y'all know.
6-2. They were like, "Oh, there's promise. Hey, air raid is probably working in the NFL." Didn't we have this conversation in the other episode? I said, I thought I had to eat my words. I said, "Oh no,"
and I'm pretty sure I told you to wait.
He did. I said, is Cliff Kingsbury a actual coach in this league? He's a coach in this league. Is he a legitimate coach that can be taken seriously? And then you have to play all 16 games now, don't you?
Exactly. How you go from 6-2 and then do the reverse?
Yeah, and you lose 6 of your last 8 games. And then it was so bad, you still had a chance to make the playoffs, and you did it. You let Mitchell Trubisky get in the playoffs. 8-8. Y'all were gonna beat the Saints anyway, but you let Mitchell Trubisky get in. And you know what makes it worse? They lost their last game too. So that's even worse. They lost their last game too.
Who did they lose to? Was it the Rams without Goff?
Yes.
That's who they lost to. All right. Yes. That's who they lost to the last game.
Raul was in the living room upset.
Cardinals fan, unfortunately for him.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's because
Life is Gerald. That's what I say.
I get it. I feel bad for Larry Legend. Anyway.
Was his last game as Cardinal?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah. So I was right. I was right. He's a quack coach. He sucks. And he should be in the hot seat for being so garbage.
This is in the guide, just way nicer. Like, afterwards he said it's not here.
That's crazy.
But he is definitely in the hot seat. That's here. So, yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, that's great. I love it. It's hilarious. It's Sports Dynasty. Like, what?
More you expecting any different?
Exactly. Come on, bro.
Shout out for Tulio. Tulio can't stand.
I was going to mention him, too.
Cannot stand him. I know he's how you laughing right now. We listen to this right now.
Their offense was 13th, 17th passing, 7th rushing. That's actually interesting. I'm pretty sure Kyler Murray is most of that. Defense was 12th. I would love people to explain this to me. They were 10th in passing, 22nd in rushing. Well, did they look like a 12th ranked defense to you?
They didn't.
Hell to the no. Even the DVOA is not that low. Was I watching something else?
Cardinal fans.
That was without Chandler Jones too.
Yeah. Cardinal fans, that's right. Yeah, he wasn't even playing, and that's pretty impressive. But I
think it's fake, but whatever.
It probably is. But I need you guys to let us know. Did we see the same thing you guys saw? Because this is the numbers.
Well,
the numbers. They say the numbers don't lie, but
they definitely do.
They lied in this one.
That line right there is a lie.
It's very deceiving.
100%. I gave them actually a B- for this offseason. I actually kind of liked it.
Okay. So their key additions, they added Colt McCoy, the former Texas Longhorn, which is crazy. He's still in the league.
Oh, I was about to say that.
Colt McCoy, damn, he adds depth to step behind Kyler Murray, which is pretty cool.
Who's got hurt last year? So.
They added James Conner, the former Steeler. Damn, I don't know why. AJ Green from Cincinnati, he's there. Brian Winters, Rodney Hudson.
That's a good one, even though he's a little washed too.
J.J. Watt, Darqueze Dennard, Malcolm Butler, the Super Bowl hero, Sean Williams, and Matt Prater, the kicker.
Oh, because God knows they need kicking for a while.
For the Padres, Kenyon Drake is gone. Larry Fitzgerald may have played his final game as a Cardinal.
Or player
in general, because what more can you ask from this man? He's first ballot Hall of Famer, so we're going to leave it at that.
He also can't get open anymore either. He's like 40. So he might as well retire, to be honest.
Yeah,
he's already has a gold jacket waiting for him.
He had it till it made like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
it's over. Tight end Dan Arnold is gone. Marcus Gilbert, J.R. Sweezy, Mason Cole, Hassan Reddick, Devondre Campbell, Patrick Peterson.
I knew that was coming.
Yes. Dre Kirkpatrick, Jonathan Joseph, and Zane Gonzalez.
Hence why they got Matt Prater.
Yes, because Zane Gonzalez is.
Hopefully that cameo means something.
You see what I did there, right? Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, so their draft. I'm not gonna lie to you. When they drafted Zaven Collins from Tulsa, the linebacker, it was like, what? That's like what we said. What? Okay.
My exact words. Who the hell was that? That was my exact words.
Yeah. I don't be too disrespectful, but hey, maybe.
I'm pretty sure you could see that in the draft show we did.
Yeah. Rondale Moore, the wide receiver, running back from Purdue. I like this pick. I like the pick. He's pretty solid player. Victor Demukiche, the defensive end from Duke. I probably said his name wrong, but yeah. Tay Gowan, the cornerback from Central Florida. James Wiggins, the safety from Cincinnati. No relation to Andrew Wiggins, maybe not.
What? Okay.
No relation. Hopefully, maybe not. And Michael Menet, the center from Penn State.
One of them's Canadian. I don't think there's any relation. I don't know. I don't know he's Canadian. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, who knows? I'm gonna roll today, so yeah.
Yeah, I see. All right, this very frustrating team. I actually do like what they did. Even though I was making fun of the acquisitions, I know there's a reason for it. They need more veteranship into this team. So getting Adrian Green replacing Larry Fitzgerald, I can see that he can probably offer a little bit more, probably, than Fitzgerald can at this point, because again, Fitzgerald is 40. So a little bit more, but that's gonna be more veteranship to mentor more for like Christian Kirk and Andy Isabella and the other receivers that are already young there. Besides and let D-Hop do D-Hop things. J.J. Watt is the same difference. Get more veteranship in the defensive line to help out Chandler Jones, even though he's trying to leave, but we'll see how long that lasts. Malcolm Butler, because they need corners in a more very desperate way. Rodney Hudson's good because they needed a center anyway. They need the offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? James Conner confuses me, but whatever. And their draft actually was pretty decent. I like the holes that they plugged in with this draft. So I think that this is a B+. Or B-, sorry. B- offseason for them. I think they actually did the good things as a front office. Should I say it now? Or should I wait?
Dude's gotta do the best. Dude should do best.
Yeah, let's just go straight to the track. So I said all the players, right? We said all the players. We know what their team. We know Kyler. We know D-Hop. We know all these guys. Even though their tight end's pretty good, I believe it's Max Williams. It's not bad. He's actually played pretty well for them in the last half of the season. That coach, this is all on his shoulders now.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. Is the roster the best? No. But is it bad? No. If he found a way to fakely get to 6-2, you can't let reality hit so hard that you go 2-6. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were just won one extra game, you were in the postseason. Like literally, that's all it took. So it's up to him. This air raids college stuff that he put in so much, that needs to work. If that doesn't work, he needs to go. It's just literally that simple. He is your X factor, Cardinals fans. Him, and y'all know it.
Yeah,
y'all know it. This team is good enough. Like roster wise, it's good enough to make the playoffs. It definitely is, no question. can he put it together? Can Kyler continue to develop? Because he looked like he was developing, but they just added more of his run stuff. Like, I didn't see much better when it comes to passing compared to his rookie season. To be me, honestly, I didn't see a better passing. I've seen him just implementing his run style more, which evidently got him hurt. So, is he going to improve? Can he improve under Kingsbury? I don't know.
That's true.
This is going to answer that question. This is make or break.
I agree. Now people say, "Oh, it's only year 4, year 3, year 4." I think it's year 4, right? Year 3, year 4.
For what?
For his tenure. This is 4.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, 3 years.
I think him and Kyler came together.
Yeah,
because the year before that was the Josh Rosen year. That was that coach. I have no idea who that coach was.
Steve Wilkes.
Yeah, that garbage. Yeah.
Anyway,
so this is year 3.
This is year 3. Year 3.
I'm giving him what I always give rookies. I usually give you 3 years. If you're not good in 3 years, get out of my face. So that's what I'm giving him.
Also, I agree as well. People saying, "Well, it's only been 3 years. It's a process." Like, well, you kind of accelerated the process when you go 6-2, and you give the front office, say, "Oh, okay, maybe we got something here. 6-2, and they lose 6 of the last 8." No, that's you kind of accelerate the process right then and there. So yeah, he has to get it done. You have to get it done. They fired Steve Wilkes after 1 year, which is ridiculous. He was set up to fail, but that horrible roster in 2017, he was set up to fail.
2018.
I'm sorry, 2018. He was set up to fail. So yeah, I'm sorry, but you have to deal with it. They have to make the playoffs. There has to be. I think they have to make the playoffs for him to, have to leash, for lack of a better term, the leash. Get more space with it. But other than that,
you have to do exactly what happened with Nagy. Yeah. That's what you have to do. Nagy got into the playoffs. He extended his tenure for the year. Cliff Kingsbury had to do the same thing. Yes. You make the playoffs, they extend it. If you get a playoff win, they might actually sign you for another 2 or 3 years extension. Yeah. They might do
which is fine. Which is fine because it's all about what have you done for me lately. Winning solves everything. We know this, and I agree. You make the playoffs, you buy yourself another year, get a playoff win, like he said. Hey, more like they will extend him. Like, okay, you have something now. Fine, as long as Kyler Murray is able to get better every year under his tutelage, under his system. That's what matters. At the end of the day, which we know, Kyler Murray, he only get better. He only get better, and they're gonna pay him soon. So, come on.
That's what it's about. We can't have Kyler Murray staying in a straight line like this.
Yeah,
that's what I'm sniffing. He might be plateauing under this coach. He may need a new coach. He needs to go up, even if it's a little bit. It's something, So that's what it's about. My prediction, they're going 8-9.
Yeah.
That's my positive prediction. And that's probably my prediction, period. But we'll see when I do more research. I'll see some preseason stuff. But my positive, I don't think they're going 8. They're going no higher than 8 wins because I don't think he's it. And I think he's gone.
Yeah,
I'll spoil it right now. I'll say it.
Yeah, 8 wins. 8 wins. Yeah, I agree. I think this is it. I think he's one of the coaches on the hot. He's definitely one of the coaches on the hot seat coming into this season.
Especially with the division as good as it is.
Yeah, you have to compete. You have to be able to compete. And even though, once the division, they played the division hard. They do.
They did last year.
They did last year and the year before that. But I'm saying, listen, you gotta do something. You can't be 6-2 and then lose 6 of your last 8 games. Literally, you gave the Chicago Bears a playoff spot, and they lost their last game too. You gave them a playoff spot.
It was hilarious.
It's hysterical. I loved it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be biased, but I don't. Kingsbury should have never been hired. We said it before. He should have never been hired.
Yeah, when you're losing coach.
When you're losing coach, and you couldn't win with Patrick Mahomes in college. So why should you get a job? I'm sorry, but it is what it is. We're gonna see.
Yeah, we are gonna see. I just wanted them to lose because I wanted Mitch to make the playoff because it'll be a great, freaking hilarious story. And then Nickelodeon got something good out of it. You see? Everything worked out.
It worked out for everybody.
Los Angeles Rams.
The Rams finished 10-6, made the postseason, but they lost to the Green Bay Packers in the divisional round.
But they were injury riddled too.
Yes, they did. But they did beat the hell out of their division rivals in the first round.
Yeah, they did.
They did. So that's pretty funny.
They did. With a broken thumb golf. Offense was 22nd overall, 13th passing, 10th in rushing. Again, like I said, you gotta look at the stats to see why they went 22nd overall. Defense, they were first. First in passing, third in rushing. Their defense was absolutely sensational. I gave their offseason a C.
Okay. For their key additions,
not many.
They traded away. They traded for Matthew Stafford. So now you have I'm gonna say you have a.
Let's go with Pro Bowl level.
Yeah, I was saying Pro Bowl level quarterback. I mean, we had a 49er fan on one of our interviews say he's elite,
which you've already heard. Yeah,
you've already heard already. But yeah, this was.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, but that's pretty crazy. And they added Deshaun Jackson, whatever is left of him.
I don't understand why.
I don't understand either. And I remember Kareem Orr, they signed him too.
Yeah, like that's it.
That's pretty much it. The Padres.
There's a few of those.
They let a lot of people go. They traded away Jared Goff. He's now in Detroit, hence why Matthew Stafford is here. Malcolm Brown is no longer, along with Josh Reynolds, Gerald Everett, Austin Blight, Morgan Fox, Michael Brockers.
That's a big one.
Yeah, Samson Ubakam, Troy Hill.
I messed it up twice in the same dude.
Yeah, I did. And John Johnson.
John Johnson's a big loss, and Troy Hill too. Two big secondary players they lost.
Michael Brockers is actually it's pretty unfortunate because he definitely was talking about that Jared Goff is no more. He was like, yeah, no more Jared Goff. And look at him now.
And now he traded to Jared
Now you're
Goff.
back with him. That's karma for you, buddy.
He's a good player too.
He's a great player though. I kind of felt bad. I kind of felt bad a little bit, but I kind of laughed a little bit. Like, yeah,
it's hilarious.
It's pretty hilarious. Detroit. Anyway, the draft. They didn't have any first round picks because they traded their future away for Matthew Stafford.
That was for Ramsey or was last year's?
It was Ramsey. It was Ramsey, I believe. Ramsey and Stafford's next year, I think. Next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah. They're not gonna have a first round pick in another couple of years. They haven't had one in like, was it RG3? RG3?
It feels that way.
The RG3 trade? I don't know.
It feels that way.
But anyway, they drafted 57 overall. Tutu Atwell, the wide receiver from Louisville. Ernest Jones, the linebacker from South Carolina. Bobby Brown, not the singer.
Saw it coming.
The defensive tackle from Texas A&M. Robert Rochelle, the cornerback from Central Arkansas. Jacob Harris, the wide receiver from Central Florida. Ernest Brown, the defensive end from Northwestern. Jake Funk, not related to Tony Funk. A running back from Maryland.
I hope he's good.
I hope he is good too. I'm not gonna lie. His last name is Funk. He has to be good.
Yeah.
So, he has to be good. Ben Stroneck, the wide receiver from Notre Dame, and Chris Garrett, the linebacker from Concordia. I've never heard this college before in my life.
Hence why he's a 7th round pick. Surprised he's a pick. Period.
Yes. Isn't Concordia like one of them online colleges? I'm just guessing.
That can't be possible. How the hell you drafted?
Listen. This been picks in NFL history that there's a player. I'm trying to remember the name, who didn't play any college football whatsoever, and he was a number 1 pick. It actually worked out for them. I think for the Chiefs a couple of years ago. I don't remember, but we'll get into that another time. That's pretty funny.
I didn't know that was possible. Right.
No, it is possible. It actually happened. He actually beat a player. I forgot his name, but I'm gonna probably talk about it later. Yeah, but yeah, that's the Rams draft for you. I gave their draft a C. It's not much they could have done actually. They were pretty much cash strapped from hell. No draft picks to even try to get top tier talent. You're pretty much trying to go for a Super Bowl. You're pretty much put your future for a Super Bowl right now, which I told you in other episodes in the past that their demise is coming.
Like the Saints,
but they kind of like held off a little bit. I thought that their demise was last year, but they kind of said, no, we're still around. We're going to stay competitive. We're a playoff team. Not just yet, but it's coming. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, I hope they're able to win the West or at least make a playoff run, which, honestly, I don't see them making it past the divisional round. So, it's like, okay, if they make the playoffs. So, yeah. Good luck with y'all.
All right, Max Kellerman.
Max Kellerman?
Yeah, you sound like him when he's talking about Brady. The demise coming, and they continue to say playoffs no matter what.
But this Cass Keller is an idiot.
I understand that. That's too nice. He's worse than that. All right. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that trash on our show.
Yeah, for real.
So, they had the best defense last year in Rams. Didn't expect that to happen, but it worked. They had the defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald, the GOAT, the greatest, the guy, the tribal chief, wrestling reference. So, so he was injured in that playoff game, which is why Aaron Rodgers had 27 years to throw. So, all those guys are going to come back, but they did lose their defensive coordinator. So we will get to see, was it play calling and scheme, or was it talent? Because they also lost talent too with the the corner and the safety. So I expect the drop off, but not much. But I do expect the drop off. You got Aaron Donald and you got Jalen Ramsey. You shouldn't drop off that much when you got talented players like that. But they didn't really invest in that, now did they? They invested in the quarterback position. So they got rid of their first overall pick in 2016, right? I think, right? 2016. I will probably go with, if not one of the greatest busts we've ever seen. Like Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I think I'll probably put the call. Because at least Alex Smith was garbage for like 4 years, and then Jim Harbaugh came in and saved his life. So yeah, I'll probably go with the best bust you've ever seen, because they didn't make a Super Bowl with this quarterback somehow, and then they showed why he's not the quarterback. So they got Stafford now. They got Stafford, who is a Pro Bowl level quarterback, who's done he survived with less for a very long time.
Yes.
He's made the playoffs with this team, I want to say 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, 11, 14, and 16. Yeah, 3 times, somehow. Well, most of that was Colwell. I think Colwell made the playoffs twice with him, right? Correct. 14 and 16.
Yes.
So it's shown when you put something competent around him, good things will happen. So at least he's good enough for that to happen. He's always putting up his numbers. He's always putting up semi-efficient stats. And he's even learned to share the ball once Calvin Johnson left. So he has also shown the potential to be able to diversify his game. He's done it. So with Sean McVay, who apparently no one knew until the summer they were best freaking friends, they already have a pre-existing relationship. They're in the same team. They have this whole offseason and training camp together. We'll see what type of magic they have. There's plenty of talent in this team with Robert Woods, with Cooper Kupp. They drafted receivers. They have Taylor Higbee. They got Darrell Henderson. Fortunately, they lost the running back, Cam Akers, but it happens, and the offensive line improved a bit. So there's almost no excuse for this not to work, but we've seen things like this happen a lot. So we'll see. My assumption that is it will work. Defense is going to drop down a bit, but the offense should rise up. So I don't see why there's no reason why they should be at the very least the same as last year. As long as he stays efficient, because believe it or not, Matthew Stafford has not been the most efficient quarterback over the years. And people are going to be like, oh, because he's been Detroit says all that. You can be efficient and be a garbage team. Ask Deshaun Watson last year. That Texans team was an absolute joke, a mockery of a professional sports team. And he's found a way to be a top 3 quarterback, regardless. Well, top 5. So you can be efficient and be one of the best and still be with garbage. So he didn't do that. So that's where the limitations come in. We'll see if coaching fixes that. We'll see if he can fit into this scheme. McVay's known for having a quarterback-friendly scheme, ask Kirk Cousins, which got him money. So we'll see how that goes. From my assumption, 11, I go with 11. I think there'll be a little bit of growing pain, especially with the defense going down a bit. But I say their ceiling is 11. I don't see why they're not a playoff team. I just don't know if they're going to go far enough. A lot of people are giving them a lot of clout, and I don't know why, when we didn't see the product yet. You understand? So they're just doing the plug and play like you do in video games. That's not how real life works. So we'll see if it actually fits. We'll see if he actually buys in, and we'll see if he actually adapts into this system. He's done it before, but we'll see if it continues on. The older you are, the harder that gets. So we'll see.
We'll see. I say 8. I say about 10 wins. 10 wins.
They're the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see much difference. Honestly speaking.
Yeah.
This is the Sports Dynasty Podcast. I'm Trevor, and this is Juan, and we are continuing our coverage of the Fan Invitational for the Guide of 2021. Today we have diehard Rams fan Colton Turner. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
Doing good. All right, so basically we're gonna give you a rundown of what we're gonna talk about. I'll talk about your offseason, your draft, and your expectations for your Rams coming up this season. Mind you, this is your point of view, so you can say what you want to say about the team, about your team, and yeah, it's all about you. So, ready to get started?
All right,
let's do this.
All right, so first question, we're gonna go straight for the elephant in the room. Jared Goff gone, Matthew Stafford in. Your take?
I see that as a good deal. I mean, you seen what he did at Detroit. Even though they had no offensive line or no nothing, still like 90% in passing rating. I say it's an upgrade over Goff.
Do you guys have any personal feelings about Goff, by the way? Like, did you hate him? Did you love him? We're probably not gonna miss him. I guess we won't get the answer to that until the end of the season. But your personal feelings on Goff?
I actually liked him.
Okay.
He just wasn't the quarterback.
Okay. Is that a popular opinion, or are you like one of the only ones who feel that way? In terms of you liking him?
Rams fans hate him, but I actually liked him.
Okay, so you're in the other camp. Okay, no problem. Can you say why? Like, what did you like about him that you were fine with it?
The way he moved the ball down the field.
Okay.
Especially the game back in 2018, whenever we faced Kansas City.
Oh, that one. Oh, gotcha. The 50-50 game.
Yeah.
We got bombed on each other. Gotcha. What about your feelings towards your coach, Sean McVay? Because ever since after 2018, there's been a little bit of buzz of up and down reception towards him. What's your take on your head coach?
Sean McVay, basically, I didn't start watching NFL till 2017, whenever Robert Woods got drafted, and Sean McVay was already the head coach.
Okay.
So, I'm not Robert Woods. What's his name? Came out of Texas A&M. Josh Reynolds.
Oh, Josh Reynolds. Okay. Thank you very much, Truck.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
all right.
But we're talking about Sean McVay. Yeah, favorite. He's like my favorite coach right now.
That's cool.
Of course, right? Of course.
Yeah.
So that truck made me lose my train of thought. Freaking, of course, that happened towards a Sports Dynasty video, right? So now that you've heard all the buzz about McVay and Stafford basically being friends and having some type of outside football relationship, and now they're together. What are your expectations about that duo versus the rest of the NFL?
I expect either this year we have a good run in the playoffs, but in a few years, probably I expect the Super Bowl.
Okay, that's
expect the Super Bowl. Okay. I like it. I like it.
A lot.
So let's go on to the other side of the ball. You lose two pretty good to very good DBs. So you have Aaron Donald, and he's unanimously known. It is pretty obvious at this point, the best defender in the NFL. Duh, right? 3-time, been up an All-Pro basically his entire career, whatever. You lose two really good DBs, and you lose your defensive coordinator. But you guys were the number one defense last year. Do you expect it to remain the same? Do you expect drop-off? What do you expect from your defense?
Well, I really expect a drop-off, considering we hired Elaine as defensive coordinator.
Aha. That's actually a pretty good point, because, they never played defense ever. So that's not bad. But you do have better personnel than they do, though. That's a fact. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, you still have half of the good secondary you have. So how much of a drop-off are you expecting?
Just a little drop-off.
Just a little bit. Okay, no problem. All right, no problem. Let's talk about your draft. Pay attention to the draft at all?
We drafted, I believe, cornerback out of Central Arkansas. What was his
Okay.
name? But the person I'm really excited about that we drafted was the linebacker out of Texas A&M, Bobby Brown 3. Whatever you said. That's my college team, and I'm glad he got drafted to LA.
Oh, not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all.
That's cool.
I like it. So that actually was a need, by the way. So that's actually good that you got someone who could fill in a hole that you guys have, right?
Yeah.
Offensively, you lose Zach Moss, your starting running back. You do have a couple more out in the backfield, though. Yeah, Cam Akers, I'm sorry. Thank you. Do you know all these running backs in the last years always get bobbled up in my head? Zach Moss is the one from Buffalo. I'm freaking insane. I'm sorry. So, yes, Cam Akers, my bad. So, how big of a loss do you think that'll be towards your team?
In the running game, I believe that would be a huge loss unless Henderson steps up this year.
Okay, no problem. All right. And you lose Gerald Everett, which you had a nice two-way tight end combo in the last few years. Now Gerald Everett's gone. You have just Tyler Higbee. With loss of him, is there any drop-off in the passing game? You still have the Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, are all there together. What do you think your pass game is going to look like with the addition of your quarterback?
I think it's going to be the same. We still got Tyler Higbee at tight end.
No problem.
We got Robert Woods at wide receiver, and also we added a new tight end, and apparently he's doing great in practice right now. He even had a one-handed touchdown grab.
All right, that's always good news to hear, right?
That's cool. All right. What is your point of view of the state of the NFC West? You see a lot of moves happening with San Francisco. They have a new quarterback there. They drafted a quarterback in the draft. Seattle and Arizona added JJ Watt and other players over there as well. Like, what is your point of view of the state of the NFC West?
I believe it's going to be a battle between Seattle and LA and San Francisco if they can stay healthy.
Do you think it's gonna be a big, like, triple threat?
No, I see them going 8-8 again.
This is the second person to complete disregard Arizona. I love it. It's absolutely hilarious. So, which one of those teams you think is the biggest competition for your team?
San Francisco.
The San Francisco fans said the same thing about you guys, so I like it.
So I like it. Also, not counting your divisional games, what game on your schedule this season sticks out to you the most? It's like, hey, I want this game.
Game gets Brady.
Ooh.
Oh, you want Tampa Bay?
Okay.
Tampa Bay. You guys got them last year. You think you do it again?
Yeah.
You think you do it again?
Yeah, we're gonna make it 2 in a row.
Okay.
Maybe a future NFC Championship game. Okay. I like it. So, what do you think is your team ceiling? Not your prediction yet. Just what do you think is the highest record your team will go this year?
We're going to 17 games, so I'd probably go like 13-4.
13-4, that's really high. So, what about your prediction? What do you think you guys are going to do this year?
Say it again.
What do you think you guys are going to do this year? Your actual prediction for your team this season?
I just want to make the playoffs. That's all I care about.
Well, what do you? That's nice. You already did that. You guys do it all the time. What do you think you're gonna do? What's your record? Let's start with record. What is your record gonna be?
Probably
in your honest opinion. 10-7. Okay. You think? How far you think you guys gonna go?
If we have a good playoff run, I think we make it to the divisional round. But I like to go farther than that.
Okay.
You're very diplomatic.
Very honest, actually.
You're just calm with it. You're not like Super Bowl 60-1. You're not none of that. I respect it. I
wanted to scream that.
Yeah. Not bad. Not
great, man.
That's all my questions.
Other than that, Colton, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining us right now.
The bow.
Hopefully we can talk again in the future in another episode whenever you can. But yeah, have a good season, man, and we'll talk to you soon, all right?
Good luck.
All right.
All right, brother. See you soon. All right. Finally,
Seattle.
The Seattle Seahawks finished 12-4 last season. They lost to the Rams in the wild card round.
In
I'm
pretty
sorry,
embarrassing
in
fashion.
Pretty embarrassing fashion. And I don't know if you can get into it, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
We're gonna talk about what we talked about last year, didn't you?
Yes. So we'll get to the key additions in the offensive thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, they were 8th overall on offense, but more than like 3/4 of that was like in the beginning of the year, because the minute the halftime hit, this offense was one of the worst. 16th in passing and 12th in rushing. Defensively, they were for some reason 15th overall. I don't know how the hell. They were 31st in passing though. That showed. And they were 5th in rushing. Why run the ball when I can just throw it down your throat all day, every day, all season long? Yeah, they got a D- for me in this offseason. They were absolutely putrid.
Terrible.
Absolutely putrid.
Key additions, they signed tight end Joe Everett, Gabe Jackson.
That's actually pretty good.
Alden Smith, well, he was the team.
He just got cut yesterday or 2 days ago?
He got cut yesterday, so he's gone.
Gotta write that down.
Yeah. Kerry Hyder, Akello Witherspoon, and Pierre Desir. Departures, I mentioned Alden Smith got cut. Carlos Hyde, Josh Gordon is out the league forever. David Moore, Greg Olson, Jacob Hollister, Mike Ipati, Jaron Reed, Bruce Irvin, KJ Wright.
Those are 2 big ones.
Yes. Both Griffin brothers, Shaquem and Shaq.
Shaquem Griffin. That's the good one, right? The cornerback?
Yeah, they lost both of them.
Yeah, no, because the other one doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The cornerback, that is huge. That is a bad loss. That was their number 1 corner.
And Quentin Dunbar,
who was their number 2 corner, who was pretty good. That is a bad loss. Well, I would say they were good, but under this disgusting defensive scheme, they were not good. And that's exactly what he's about to destroy in a minute. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
The draft. They had the least amount of draft picks in the entire NFL. Three. They had Dwayne Eskridge, the wide receiver.
Jamal Adams was worth it.
Yeah, we have real. Dwayne Eskridge, the wide receiver from Western Michigan.
Wow.
That's gonna be wow if I finish. Hold on a second. Trey Brown, the cornerback from Oklahoma.
At least they got somebody.
And for the final pick, it was Stone Frosty. I guess I'm saying that.
Forsyth? I'm guessing.
Sorry, Forsyth. I'm going with that. Offensive tackle from Florida.
They did get some linemen. They did, at least.
The Dwayne Eskridge pick was, to me, stupid. It was stupid.
From what I heard, he's another Tyler Lockett type player.
From what I heard. I actually it was stupid. You need help.
Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. Yeah. Why the hell do you need to get another receiver?
Yeah. You actually need help to defend,
something.
Protect your quarterback. I mean, your top 2 quarterback of the league right now. I mean, I think that would make perfect sense. But if I was Pete Carroll, would that make sense, Pete Carroll?
I think so.
I mean, we'll get to Pete Carroll in a second.
Yeah.
Another playoff loss in ridiculous fashion. And I'm gonna be honest with you. At what point does the Seattle ownership put Pete Carroll in the hot seat? It's been years. It's been years since he's been in the hot seat. And it seems that they lose the same way over and over again. There isn't any much changes from the obvious issues in the organization.
The reason why Russell Wilson wants to leave. I know he said that it wasn't true. Bull crap.
I don't believe it one bit. I don't believe it one bit. This man literally is running for his life. Every single drive, every single play, running for his life. And you cannot put people around him. DK Metcalf was good. You gave him DK Metcalf, who was pretty good. But other than that, what else? The winning game is subpar at best. I'm being honest with you. Being honest, and the defense is like. Man,
that's the problem.
The big problem, yeah.
And that's supposed to be his expertise.
Yeah, and he hasn't been able to do it. But my issue is, I think a year before that, I think it was the year before that when he played San Francisco in the final game of the season in Seattle, where Pete Carroll completely.
That's the one where Hollister caught a pass on the 1 yard line. They lost, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Where we saying, what we thinking? The play call was terrible. Why would you do that? And it's like he tried to outsmart himself. He said, "Oh, He tries to outsmart himself or try to be the smartest person in the room, which you're the coach, which you're supposed to be, but at least do it in a way where it's right. Y'all have the media, the sports media has given Pete Carroll a pass every single year, and you bring him back, and it's the same result every single year. Ever since the last Super Bowl, they lost to New England. Have you made it even past the divisional round?
No, not divisional round. No,
you haven't. You haven't made past the divisional round.
Won 1 or 2 playoff games. They beat Minnesota the following year,
which only because of
missed
field goal. Had he made the field goal, y'all would have lost.
And I want to say they beat Detroit 2016.
They did beat Detroit in 2016.
And then Atlanta. I did, yeah. And I think that's it. They missed the playoffs. I believe they lost to Dallas.
Yeah,
well, who the hell loses to Dallas
in the first round?
Yeah. They beat Philly, but Carson Wentz got curb stomped in the beginning of the game. So God knows if you would have beat Philly. And last year, the Rams beat the hell out of them with no quarterback. That's their playoff history since losing the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. And we've continued to give Pete Carroll a pass. Well, you guys have, not us. We've been calling for his head for the last 3 years already, saying, yo, he has to go. They need a new change in scenery. They need a new... Russell Wilson was... I don't care what you say. He did before. Russell Wilson said, he wanted to leave. He wanted out of there. The thing for him going to the Giants was a real thing. Him coming to New York to play with the Giants was a real thing that almost happened. You know what I'm saying? You can pay him all the money you want to stay, but all that money paying Russell Wilson, you can't get a team around him to protect him or more weapons. Yeah, DK Metcalf was good and all, but other than that, who else were you out there? It's dumb, and it's about time. Yeah, it's about time he held accountable. I'm serious. A lot of people may not like this, and that's what it is. But Pete Carroll has to go. He has to go, and that's just me. Anything I don't know.
Watch last year. We're just repeating ourselves at this point.
Yeah. Because
every time we talk about it, and then he continues to add to our argument every year. So it's like, I don't understand. If y'all like to stay in mediocrity, okay, then go by all means keep him around. But otherwise, you may want to change things around. So let's go over last year. Let's talk about it. So or at least talk about what can change now. So the Gerald Everett signing is good. He's better than Jacob Hollister, so that should be A-okay. And Gabe Jackson, another guy who's traded, I believe traded or signed, but he was from the Raiders. When the Raiders overhauled their entire offensive line for some reason. He came from there, so he's decent to watch. I don't know which one. But their biggest problem last year, despite everything we're talking about, is a coach, and it wasn't necessarily Pete Carroll, even though he does. We're still right about him. Their offensive coordinator was abysmal. You're going to get an offensive coordinator complaint next week in the AFC North Guide 2022. Their offensive coordinator was abysmal. He basically just felt like calling 4 verticals every mother trucking play, bro. Like, once the NFL figured that out by, like, week 6, it was over. They could barely move the ball ever. It was embarrassing how bad it was. They got rid of him. So, I'm going to guess that their offense is going to go a step or 2 up. All you have to do is not call 4 verticals every play, and you might actually move the ball more often with the talented offense that you have. The line is probably better. I don't want to say it is, but it's probably a bit better. And it wasn't the worst last year, but it could have been better. It'll be nice if the running backs could stay healthy, because Chris Carson, there's always something wrong with him. So they could find some way to get him to stay healthy, and that'd be nice. But again, their biggest problem is not everything we're talking about. Their biggest problem offensively was the coordinator, but that wasn't their biggest problem. Their biggest problem was the fact that they couldn't stop a freaking nosebleed. And that's supposed to be your head coach's specialty. See, this is what happens when you don't get real talent and you want to draft 5th, 6th, 7th rounders to make good, like when you hit gold with Sherman and players like that. You know, Byron Maxwell. You know, you got Browner from Canada. You know what I'm saying? Like you hit and you got hype and you think you're a guru and a wizard, and then it bites you in the ass after they all leave. So Yeah. This is what happens. So then he winds up trading their entire draft stock for a very skinny linebacker in Jamal Adams, who has no coverage skills when they need coverage skills.
That's Seattle for you.
Okay, so this is what has to happen because there is no question. Obviously, this team is going to get run through by offense because they didn't change the defense at all. And matter of fact, they went negative because they lost a decent amount of front seven people. So, offensively, if this offensive coordinator has a brain, they are going to win 10 games because they have Russell Wilson. Elite quarterback play wins you games unless your roster is that anemic, and this roster is not anemic. It's not the best, but it's not anemic. So along Russell Wilson doing his thing, their offensive coordinator and him click, they're gonna win 10 games. Their problem was never the regular season anyway. It's always the playoffs, and how that's going to work without being able to stop anybody. Pete Carroll has to find a way. That's where you get paid the big bucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
To find a way. Well, defense, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we gotta say about that. Because if you don't change your defense, why would I think you're gonna change?
Well, other than that,
right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, we're done here.
Yeah, we're done. Hopefully, Pete Carroll will be done soon too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we go, and you guys will hear the interviews for the NFC West after this. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Our iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play Radio, Stitcher Play Radio, Podcast Dynasty on Twitter. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Check out the Sports Dynasty group. Big things is happening there. You know what I'm saying? We have surprises for you guys. Surprises coming up soon. When you see the group, you join the group, you're going to see that we mean business when we tell you this is your podcast. We mean business when we say that. So you join the group, show your fandom, and we got you.
It's literally that simple.
It's literally that simple.
Just share it. View, download, share, rate, subscribe. It's stuff that doesn't cost you anything but 2 seconds of your time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
And so far, it has been paying off.
Yeah.
It's been paying off very well.
So do it more.
Do it more because if we grow, you grow. And we're here to give you a platform where you can voice your grievances because, hey, we didn't have that growing up in sports media. And we want to give that to you. That's why we do this every day. That's why we do this. We post all the time.
That's literally what this guide is for.
Yeah, this is for you. I mean, we enjoy doing it because we love doing it for you guys. So yeah, again, share, keep going, and let's build this dynasty.
Exactly, and support your local podcasters, your independent guys.
Yes,
there's a whole bunch of guys who post on our thing, so go ahead and check those guys out.
Yeah, those guys are awesome.
Yeah, we collaborate with one of them, with the Philly guys, so go support those guys, man.
Support Philly Sports Alliance. Those guys are awesome. Support Breaking Tables for your Bills fans in here. There's a lot of Bills fans in this group. Support the Breaking Tables podcast.
We're with them gonna be basically all the freaking time.
Yes,
so
those guys are really good.
Awesome guys. And then we just did a live show yesterday, Thursday, right before the preseason game with Von Allen.
Yes.
So join his group. Go to his YouTube channel. That's where all of his crazy stuff. He has a live show every weekend. Go join him. Yeah, we're gonna wind up going on that probably next week. Yes. Actually,
we encourage all podcasters and all inspiring content creators to share your art and share your sports love here. We're not one of those people that say, "Oh, if it's not us, then don't put it here." That's not us. We want to grow as a community. Mm-hmm. There's so many outlets out there. So yeah, this. So yeah.
Yeah. Realistically, it's impossible, Russell, to throne the big companies like ESPN and FS1. No, but we can still beat them.
We could be the alternative.
Us. I'm talking about me and him. I'm talking about us.
Yes.
As a group.
Yeah.
Independent people, we can do it because they suck and you all know it. So this is all up to us. We have the power.
Listen. Von Allen Sports is phenomenal. If he was on ESPN, I learned more from him while I listen to his podcast and listen to his content than I would get from any ESPN or FS1 show. The Breaking Tables podcasts are phenomenal. They're hilarious. I love those guys.
Entertaining
as hell. They make they make your viewing and listening pleasures for sports, like I say, it's easy. It's easy to listen to.
Yeah, your experience is gonna be fun.
Yeah, we can relate to us. We can relate to you as fans. We're all fans at the end of the day. We're fans of sports at the end of the day. But anyway, let's continue the guide for 2021 of the NFC West.
Yep, we're going to the AFC next week.
Yes.
Halfway there.
Halfway there.